everyone, welcome back. Today I'm gonna tell you about the synopsis of Big Mouth episode 6. Episode 6 of Big Mouth begins with Miho drinking at home while her father asks her if she really believes what Mayor Trey told her. Since 4 people have died, she isn't sure and says she will go see Jang Ho the next day. In the morning, everyone at the prison gets ready to receive the medical volunteers from Kuchon University Hospital. Jerry explained to Jang Ho that the medical volunteers' visit is like Christmas for the inmates. At the hospital, Miho and the rest of the staff prepare for the same. Headed by Hyun Joo-hee and Ashley Kim, or Kung Ji-hoon's wife, the staff are welcomed at the prison by the warden. Jang Ho is reading a book on tarot cards when a guard tells him that his wife is here. Thanks to his new privilege, Jang Ho takes a hot bath and gets freshly pressed clothes. Jang Ho also gets the VIPs thrown out of the room so he can use it to visit Miho. He says, allows Han Ji-ho to meet his wife since she is also here. The inmates enter the room where the medical staff is set up and in a moment that puts Miho on the spot. They all bow down to her. A guard then escorts her to the VIP room. She takes in all the luxuries and doesn't receive Jang Ho's warm welcome. Instead, she asks him if he really is Big Mouse. Jang Ho immediately looks a little hurt but looks around the room and then takes her out to the open courtyard. The warden had been hoping to overhear but can't now. Jang Ho says that everything he's going to tell her will sound like a lie, but asks her to promise that she will believe him and she's agreed. We get a flashback to when Jang Ho had just gotten the list of drug dealer names from Mayor Trey. Suddenly, someone chloroforms him. When he wakes up, he finds a tarot card in his pocket with another list of names, presumably sent by the real Big Mouse. It is the Tower card, which the room leader explained could be symbolic of a blessing in disguise or new beginning. At present, Miho asks how he knew which list was real. Jang Ho describes Big Mouse symbol behind the tarot card and how a similar card was found when the man who tried to stab him committed suicide. Later, when he saw how urgent Mirror Trail looked before the big meeting, Jang Ho realized the tarot card list was the right one. He further explained how the real Big Mouse kept sending him tarot cards to convey what he was planning, including the deaths of the other inmates and Peter Hong. He then sent Jang Ho the judgment card, indicating that Jang Ho's job is to expose the truth about Professor Saul. Miho asks him to just tell everybody the truth, but Jang Ho says that the moment he becomes useless to Big Mouse, he will die. But that's not all. Jang Ho says he is using Big Mouse too. Another flashback takes us back to the scene where Jang Ho had a massive sheet with the words Confessional Bible hung by the courtyard. That was how he started sending messages to Big Mouse through the Bible in the church. He told Big Mouse he would fight if he was provided with the weapons he needed. The response to this was the Magician Tarot card, meaning Big Mouse acknowledged Jang Ho's skills. Jang Ho tells Miho he dragged Big Mouse into the fight to uncover his identity. He wants to catch both rabbits. Miho vows to catch one of the rabbits by finding Professor Saw's paper. Back at her volunteering post, Miho noticed that the head nurse is collecting blood and separating them into blue and red boxes. Meanwhile, Han Ji-ho's wife, Hye-jin, is also volunteering at the prison. A guard escorts her to meet her husband in the hospital wing. He is happy to see her but tries to get intimate with her, and when she refuses, she gets violent. He suspects her of having an affair and nearly throttles her until she gives an explanation to him. Jang Ho makes a grand entrance into the mess hall where the hospital staff is lined up to serve food. As he moves along the line, he reveals personal details of each staff member, hinting that they should be good to Miho. When it comes to Joo-hee's turn, he simply asks her to take care of Miho. Later, Miho is with Hye-jin when she doubles over in pain. Miho notices that the bruise on her. She tells her to call a hotline for domestic abuse, but Hyejin refuses. In the bus on the way back, Ashley Kim calls the hospital staff to her gallery for a party. When Juhee asks her why she did so, Ashley says she needs a photo with everyone to show the elder. Miho gets off near a subway station. She calls her father and Suntae and tells them that Jangho is Jangho and not Big Mouse. Jihoon and Mayor Choi are out shooting, but Jihoon keeps missing his shots while Choi Do-ha gets all his. An old man on a wheelchair arrives and berates Jihoon for losing. He seems to favor Mayor Choi. When Jihoon asks him if the three VIPs can be got out on sick leave, the old man says it's not easy. Mayor Choi promises to help out, irking Jihoon further. Miho is just reaching the hospital when she gets a call from Kim Kyung-suk, the relative of the patient from 701. Kyung-suk tells her she knows where Professor Saw's paper is but needs money in return. Standing on the hospital terrace, she tells Miho on the phone that the paper is in a cross necklace belonging to a woman. Before she can finish, she notices someone behind her. The next moment, she falls to her death right in front of Miho. Her father comes to the scene. Miho tells him to download an episode of the show 100 Year Health, which is what Miho had seen Kyung-suk watching on the hospital TV. She takes his car and rushes to the staff party at Ashley Kim's gallery. She has remembered that Juhee wears a cross necklace and confronts her in the bedroom. But there's nothing in the necklace and Miho is forced to apologize as they leave. We see a pair of shoes in one of the bedroom cubicles. Meanwhile, Jang Ho asks Big Mouse to get the three VIPs bill dismissed, but he receives an upside-down chariot tarot card in return, indicating that he must do it himself. Jang Ho figures Big Mouse is testing him. He has Han Jae-ho brought to him again, and warned him to confess and not betray him. He threatens him with death by fire. Mayor Choi is visiting Miho, while her father and Suntae try and download the TV episode. She tells the mayor she trusts Jang Ho and apologizes for her behavior towards Juhee. The other two download the episode and together they all see that Hyejin is also wearing a cross necklace. They find a drawing of the same in Kyung's design book. Hyejin herself is cooking in her kitchen, looking very agitated. We find out that she was the one overhearing Miho and Juhee in the bedroom, and she did indeed find the data card in her necklace. We get a flashback to Hyejin running away from her abusive husband in the rain. Professor Saw comes across her and gives her a ride. A short montage shows how they eventually began having an affair. He was the one who gives her the necklace. The three VIPs get ready to leave the prison, but Jae-ho looks anxious. The warden congratulates him. They are on their way out when they come by Jang-ho and his people. As they exchange word, the truth about Han Jae-ho comes out. Turned out, Chairman Yang was never on Jang-ho's side, as he never betrays those he chooses to stand by. Han Jae-ho's bail was never requested, and so he is dragged back to a cell. As Jang-ho looks on and the other two VIPs smirk. Once everybody leaves, Jang-ho bursts out laughing, saying that they all got fooled. That's all for today. See you in the next video. Bye!